The Tangenetic podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangenetic Might Play for July 2024. So, start off was like we're normal. What did you guys play last month?
So, after last month had a bunch of shit I wanted to check out, I downloaded a bunch of demos. So I tried out the Wrecker, the one where you're playing Baba Yaga's apprentice, with the chicken house.
Yep.
It's very fun. It's exactly what it says on the tin. You have a chicken house, you build things, you run around. It's very enjoyable.
Do witchy things.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more of that when it comes out. I've also been replaying V Rising, which was like a vampire survival building
I've been
game.
buying that off again.
Pretty recently, didn't it?
Yeah, I got a major DLC. So it's got, like, since I played it last, there's 3 new zones that have been added in, a whole lot more content, new bloodlines. I'm rather enjoying it.
Nice.
But I think they ratcheted the difficulty down because I am powering through this. Which I'm not complaining about.
With more content out, they might have stretched out the content loop.
Yeah. I think they may have.
Stuff that was harder because there was less content, now it can be spread out more evenly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I've caught up to where I was at, and now I'm like getting new stuff. I'm like, ooh, I like this.
Nice.
It's interesting. So yeah, worth getting.
Cool.
I like last month I tried to play Starfield again.
How'd that go?
It didn't. I think I might have put I did give it a shake. I think I put like 4, maybe 5 hours into it over the course of 3 days, and every time I found something else that annoyed me and made me turn it off.
Yeah.
And
You tried.
We haven't really heard anything about the state of Star Citizen from someone who's played it since way, way back when the previous host was on here and did not sell it particularly well.
Star Citizen can die in a hole. Starfield, I tried.
I have no...
Look, they're both Star games.
Well, I mean, they're both space
I wasn't
games that
inserting another
failed
coin
horribly.
to shoot a bullet. Shit, fuck that. No, Starfield was bad enough. Star Citizen can eat a whole bag of dicks.
Look,
Sorry.
if any 3 of us end up playing Star Citizen, then you know the body snatchers have got us.
Yeah.
I don't know how my brain did that, but it absolutely smoothed over and went, yes, Star Citizen. That's what he's talking about.
No, Starfield is still a broken mess.
Yeah.
I just had a really hard time finding the fun.
Yeah.
The fun won't be in there until the modders add the fun. Like, the modders will mod in the fun later. That's
But
Blizzard's entire
even
model.
that, like, I loaded it with mods, and it's just there was nothing. There was nothing
Yeah.
to do, and it was too far between things to find anything to do.
It's the curse of having such an open space. You either have to constrain it to, like, a couple of systems that are important for playing purposes, or spread it out across a vast map of emptiness.
But,
They just made the vast map of emptiness load screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're meant to add a vehicle in the DLC, whatever it is. Like, there's that much shit already packed into the maps that's useless, like just rocks and crap that's in your road.
Yeah.
Like, the vehicle is
vehicle's
going to
not
be
gonna
fucking
help
useless.
It's going to have to drive like the original Mako.
Yeah,
Oh.
fucking oath.
God
that
help
thing was
us
a
if we-
beast.
And it's still using the Bethesda engine, which means if you hit one of those rocks, you're going back into orbit whether you like it or not.
Oh yeah, it's no load screen necessary. You are gone. Yeah, Starfield still busted. I dumped more time into Tsushima, and
yes.
That would have been better used.
Oh yeah, I actually have dumped probably the most time this month back into Diablo 4.
Oh,
I've
wow.
actually enjoyed playing it again. They've fixed my Skelly Bros.
Look, I'm not going to lie, it is currently on Game Pass, and I'm kind of tempted to give it a shot.
Well,
After
if
this
you
update.
if you do get it and you happen to be playing when I'm on, or if you give me a shout out, I'd happily run with you because it can be all played co-op.
Ooh,
And
nice.
I've enjoyed it. It's something I can turn my brain off. I can listen to a book while I'm playing because the plot means absolutely nothing to me.
Yeah.
I just like running around with the Skelly Bros messing shit up.
Yeah, no, I need a game like that, to be honest. I needed a new one of that. I've been using
So-
V Rising for it, but...
Well, like, I apparently I like minions. So I either run with
Who
a
doesn't?
necromancer with Skelly Bros, or I tried to play the druid where I've got fucking wolves and a bear running around with me. So I just stand back and throw shit.
Yeah,
Apparently I like minions. I can't help it.
it's fair. Minions
I
are
mean,
fun.
that was the main character I played in Diablo 3.
Yeah,
Like
same.
the
actually. I
witch
was
doctor
shaman.
with the set of gear that every time you cast a spell, there's a chance of summoning a little fetish doll.
Yeah.
And you pair that with Rain of Frogs, which is a per tick spell, and it's infinite.
Nice.
Yeah,
Suddenly,
well, again,
frogs.
I went necro from the DLC. They had the little necromancer and
Yep.
Skelly Bro.
Nice. Skelly boy.
I do like minion builds. They are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Diablo
I-
4 minion build, they broke. The beta, it was great. And then the game came out, and they said, you know all the good things you like? They're now broken. None of them work. And the things that do work aren't as good as they were. And
Right.
now they've gone through and actually made them fun.
If you ever want to prove that a minion game is really fun, just play Overlord. It's a great game. Just a
Yeah.
bunch of minions who, when you shoot them into a house, come out wearing children's clothing. Where they got that clothing, God knows. And the children probably aren't alive anymore. But it's a very fun game. I need to play that again, actually.
That is definitely a series that I would love to see come back sometime.
Oh,
It
I would
probably
love a
won't.
sequel.
I'm pretty sure it's in some dead studio's vault.
Yeah, EA probably sold it off at some point to make a profit.
Or it's owned by Embracer somehow.
Yeah.
But how about you, Seth? What have you been playing this month?
So the big one I played this month was Hellblade 2.
Ooh, you
That
finally got around to
did
it.
take
Nice.
me a while to finish, and because I do have mental psychosis, and now and then the game got a bit triggering.
Yeah, fair.
Like full-on whole body, same response. It's so it took me a while to actually finish the game, but yeah, it was actually really fun.
Nice.
I like the way they changed up their combat. They did cinematically bad combat.
Okay.
So the character doesn't really have crazy combos and stuff to use to beat down opponents. So the combat's pretty basic, but they always make the fight you're in feel really desperate and like knife's edge, like you could
Yeah.
die. So you never feel skilled. It's just sort of like cinematic, but the character's good enough to defend themselves, but not this crazy sword master dancing through the enemy.
You're a peon who found a butter knife.
Yeah. You're just trying to survive with a knife.
But it makes the fight feel so much more desperate and action-packed because it's like a real fight. You
Yeah.
defeat one opponent, and the next appears, and you keep going, and you're moving, and something hits you, and you roll over, and you do this. And it's
Not
really
a
cool.
trained individual, just struggling for life.
Struggling for life and have pointy thing. Leave me alone.
It's good. I really liked it. They had a lot
Nice.
of cool scenes, a lot of interesting sequences. Puzzles, not that hard, but they weren't that hard in the previous one.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting them to be. They're mostly to space out some gameplay. There's a lot of walking. I'm not going to pretend there isn't. But they space it out with some light puzzles for you to solve to progress and that sort of thing. And they do let you loose in a few areas where you can just sort of wander until you get to the objective, which is
Look,
quite
if you-
nice because they actually went to Iceland to take photos and things and video of the Icelandic coastline and the whatnot, so
Yeah.
they could really design it out to look really cool.
That is pretty
I
cool.
love when they do that. Yeah. If you want to play puzzle things, just gear up Remnant 2 again, because that was a surprisingly fun thing. We were playing that this
Oh,
month
yeah,
as well.
yeah, we did play some Remnant this month. Yeah, that game.
Played a fair bit of Remnant.
Secrets inside secrets inside secrets.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fun. It's a reasonably well-made third-person shooter.
Oh, yeah.
So, and their random roll system is interesting because you can be playing with someone and do levels you've never seen before. Swish has got a special encounter twice that I've been trying to get in that game.
3 times now.
Oh, you fucking And I just recently started playing Still Wakes the Deep, and that was a lot more unexpected than I thought it was going to be.
The Thing on an oil rig.
Which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting something much more Lovecraftian fish people.
Yeah.
Especially because you're drilling down into a hole, and then there's a shot where you get to see what that hole looks like, and it's full of glowing tendrils. It's got a much more oh yes, the fish people are going to board the ship, and then we're going to have to deal with the fish people. And then it's like, yep, nope, we really liked John Carpenter's The Thing, and we're doing that.
Oh, it's a great game. Definitely recommend.
And I feel vindicated when I was like, an oil rig's a cool setting. Yeah, an oil rig's a cool setting.
I'm not one for these games myself, because I generally suck at them. But I watched, I think it was IGP play it. And basically that game is all of his phobias in one. So it was really fun watching him struggle through it.
Deep water, heights, the dark, confined spaces.
Yeah, and Lovecraftian or like weird body horror stuff. It's like, yeah, no, I'm watching this guy. It's like watching Womble play the Alien games. It's just, this is fun. I like Schadenfreude in like video format.
I like watching people suffer.
I mean, that's watching anyone play, what's that current, Chained Together?
Yeah, that's been popping
Which
up.
is just another one of these climb random fucking props into the sky, but now you're chained to the other player.
Yeah. Rage games.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Be an
into that
asshole, the game.
I'm angry enough already. I don't need a game to make it worse.
You know, that's probably the major things. Other than that, I play little bits of this and that just to kill time and in between, because you're not always in the mood for the big ticket stuff.
That's true.
And
Well,
right now, oddly
Diablo.
enough, I did just get back into playing another hack and slash. I've been replaying Titan Quest.
Oh, I have that. So I haven't played Titan Quest.
You know,
in
it has
ages.
3 expansion packs, right? Well, 4
Yeah.
if you include the one that's included now.
I think the last time I played it, it only had 2, so I should actually go back and play Titan Quest.
Yeah.
Good game.
I mean, I'm mostly playing that because Grim Dawn was the one I normally play for that effect, which is the game they made after Titan Quest. But that one's getting an expansion pack soon, and I don't really want to dive into the game again until the expansion pack's out, because they have a new class, and I want to check out the new class, and I want to be halfway through a playthrough.
Titan Quest
That is
or
fair.
Anniversary Edition?
Anniversary Edition's the only one you can buy.
Yeah, that has like
apparently
most
I've got
of the
both
DLC.
of them in my Steam catalog.
Yeah, originally it was Titan Quest, and then you had to get the Immortal Throne, I think it was, DLC. But then they bundled it all together, and you got the bundled copy.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
at some point, because that one's co-op as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we have to kidnap you guys to play some Titan Quest.
Yeah, I'm installing it now.
It's a good game, and I mean, it's generally considered by people who like Diablo clones as to be basically one of, if not the best one.
Oh, definitely.
And with all the extra content, it's just like, yeah, it's a pretty good value proposition to go and pick that one up.
I like the fact that every time we do this segment, we end up installing things.
Yes.
Can I have my Scully Bros?
Yes, there is a entire Spirit Cola tree.
Cool.
Right, that's
So-
installing.
While you guys install that, do we want to do this month's set of games?
Oh yeah, that thing we actually logged on to do. Not play Titan Quest, right?
So, first up, and I'm just going to say this straight out the gate, the first 3 are actually all free-to-play games.
Ooh.
I'm still wary of free-to-play, but they have
Same.
gotten better.
But, like, at free, it's like, if you try it and don't like it, who gives a shit?
Yeah. You don't have to buy into the microtransaction that will never be there.
Yeah. It's your call on value at that point.
Yeah.
So, first up, we have The First Descendant, which is that robot bunny suit thing that everyone remembers.
I remember this from something. Did we talk about this one recently?
Yeah, because it had trailer footage at Summer Games Fest.
That's right.
Yeah, comes out on July 2nd.
And it's free.
How good that's going to be, how much they're going to nickel and dime you, yada yada yada, let to be seen. But I mean, the game looks pretty as hell. I
Look,
mostly
if
throwing
the-
it in here for visual spectacle.
yeah, if the game is even like half as good as this trailer looks, this will be good. This will
Yeah.
be-
I'm just hoping the whole game isn't like just what the trailer is.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
But I mean, it really looks like it's trying to do Titan Quest. Not Titan Quest, Titanfall. But
Yeah.
correct.
First Descendant, yeah, excellent. It's already in the Steam wish list. Nice.
Excellent.
Next up is the next thing is Zenless Zone Zero, which is the newest thing from the
It's cool. It's got a Z in its name.
It's got many
Zenless
Z's.
Zone Zero.
Well, as like you like to call it. Zzz.
Well, it's the next thing from the Genshin Impact Star Rail Hoyo universe shit.
I mean, they have done some pretty good stuff for
I think
free.
that was Hoyo, wasn't it?
Yeah,
With
pretty
the
sure it
bows?
was.
Yeah. So
I hope I'm right.
More gacha goodness if you're into that.
So here's the thing. They're saying that this is a free-to-play single-player game. It's not an MMO Lite.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
So it's like, how do you do a free-to-play microtransaction single-player game even remotely fairly?
You don't. You just lean into the fact that you want overpowered gacha things? Go for it.
It means paywalls.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or
probably.
power walls, massive power walls that you can get through from free to play, but you
And
can
the
get
grind
through much
will be
quicker.
real.
I'm mostly just keeping an eye on it because of that statement. Because it's like, that is a weird thing to say about your product.
Yeah. It's got that nice look to it still. I always did
Oh, yeah.
like their art scheme. So, I might check it
See,
out at some
this
point.
game looks like I'd probably watch the anime of this, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I play the game.
Reminds me of like Hack Zero. Like the, it's like, this would be great as an anime. Then the anime came out. It's like, this is not bad. I like this.
Next up
It
is
does
our
look
last
interesting.
free-to-play game. Which is Once
Yes, Once Human.
Now,
I've seen this popping up.
generally, I'm not into this sort of thing. The survival kind of horror stuff. But they went fucking Eldritch on it, and that's like a siren song to me.
Yeah. I have been watching... Again, IGP has been playing this because he has, like, beta access. It looks pretty good, to be honest. Like,
Cool, because this one I will probably check out.
yeah.
Oh, Zenless Zone Zero was on the 4th, and Once Human, which is the one we're watching now, is on the 10th. Is
Yeah.
when they release.
I like it. Looks good.
So, next up we have... This is a little indie game called Angerfoot.
Bigfoot's lesser-known cousin.
It's basically a game if you're kicking indoors and shooting bad guys.
I mean,
It's
I'm
very
into that.
cartoony and very silly. I played it. There's a demo of it. I've played it previous to that before it got picked up, and yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I'm pretty keen to see what they've added in the time since the original sort of like pilot demo.
It looks pretty entertaining. Like, not gonna lie. I would have to be
reminds-
paying attention to survive.
It reminds me
I'm
of
sorry,
what was that? Fucking hell! That
Hotline Miami?
no, that Rick and Morty fucking done by those creators.
Yeah, I know the one with the guns that talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one where the guns were fucking annoying to listen to.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me a little of that.
I'm getting that
Except
and
a little
Archie and
more boomer
Sipak
shootery.
vibes.
Man, I would play something if it was based on Archie and Sipak. I'm not gonna
Right.
lie. That
Honestly,
is a
yeah.
movie more people need to watch.
Oh, definitely.
Fucking
It's a great
oath.
movie. Fucking stupid and fun. But yeah, like, halfway through the trailer, it's just a guy on the toilet, and they've, like, blurred everything out. It's like, yep, props to you. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dumb,
funny.
silly
I like it.
indie game.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Flock.
Flock? Flock you.
It
Which
just
is basically you on a bird just hurting animals. It's a chill game.
I had been
it's
needing
like
a new
very
chill
chill Pikmin.
A little bit, yeah, Jesus.
So basically you just fly around on your bird and herd things where they need to go. It's very colourful.
The David Attenborough style narration is interesting.
Yes. I'm not going to pretend I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah. It looks interesting.
Like I said, very chill. I don't know how good or bad it would be, but yeah.
Look, I would pick this up for cheap, and probably play a lot of it. I like it.
Next up, we've got... Oh, and Flock comes out on the 17th.
Flocking A.
Next up, we have a castle building and defense game called Cataclysmo.
I think this has been popping up on my Steam.
Probably has. Essentially, you build the castle during the day and then try to defend it at night. But you get to design out how the castle is set out.
The problem is, I design castles based around aesthetics. So I would die over and over.
Well, you just have to make it aesthetically livable.
That is fair. It does look interesting.
It reminds me
You
of
just have to think, I
old
like
video
the
game.
look of survival.
Yeah.
It reminds me of... did you ever play the game Stronghold?
Yeah.
Reminds me a lot of Stronghold.
It's an interesting concept. I might pick that up if I spot it on sale.
Next up,
16th for that one.
it's 17th Australia.
Ah, right. Australia time.
Next
You
up,
get
we've got
taxed on
the...
time. That's shit.
Next up, we've got arguably the big ticket item for this month, which is that game Flintlock Siege of Dawn, which we've been kind of seeing at a bunch of E3s and been like, that looks interesting.
Yeah.
I've had it in my wish list for a while now.
Yeah, so, coming out in July on the 18th. So, yeah, it's looking good. Well, at least interesting enough that I really do want to pick it up. It's not a incidental buy. It's like I would actually go out of my way to pick up Flintlock.
Yeah. It's actually relatively cheap as well. It's only $52.65.
Yeah, I know, right? Which is actually pretty damn good pricing here in the wonderful land of the Australia tax.
Yeah. Pop that on my wish list.
Next up is a game we looked at during the Trailerama, which we thought was very interesting and very cute, which was Shim.
Jim was good.
The little shadow frog.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Shadow Demon.
It actually has a demo if you want to check it out. It's pretty fun. I like it.
I do want to
very
give it a
cute.
shot, actually. I misspelt word shim. Okay, yeah, that'd be right.
So-
Shim.
Yeah, it's a game with a wonderful little stylized art style where you play a little shadow frog thing that jumps between shadows because you get disconnected from your actual owner.
It
You
is
help
a
other-
very cute looking game.
You help the other little shadow frogs, help them out, get to their items if required. It's good. I like it. That is probably going to be my chill game for July.
Most definitely. I'm probably going to grab that demo, I think.
Like I said, it's good. It definitely shows you what they're trying to go for, and it's pretty fun. Next up is a somewhat weird-looking thing, and I'm mostly throwing it in here because it's different. Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess.
Is this another one of these
Capcom.
Chinese mythology hack and slash games?
No, it seems like it might be more of a light tower defense as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because you have your main character who can fight, but you seem to set up other people around, and they have attack radiuses and whatnot, so it seems like it's a bit of both.
A little bit, yeah.
But like
Very
the visual
interesting.
style is
So
very
more
different
more
and really
action
weird.
orientated tower defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, all I'm going to say is whoever made this really liked kaleidoscopes.
Yes, they did.
Looks cool, though. I like it.
Yeah. It's something I might like check out a streamer running sometime, just be like, hey,
Yeah.
what is this actual thing? I was very curious about it.
I like it.
They have a pom-pom sword.
Yes, yes they do. Next up, Earth Defense Force 6. I really want this fucking game. I'm not going to lie.
This sounds very familiar.
It's the 6th Defense Force game.
You may have heard of it 5 previous times.
You might remember me.
It's the game where you take absurd firepower and fight giant insects. It's very cheesy.
So
It's
Power
always
Rangers,
been stupid. It's just dumb fun. Every time I buy them every time because if I can get them, they're fun. They're just... Every time they bring out a new one, the scale just gets bigger. Because they've got a better engine or better computers. Yeah. They're fucking absurd.
It looks entertaining. I may have to grab
Have you
this
never
one.
played an Earth Defense Force game?
I have not.
Oh, dude, these
Legitimately
things
have not.
absolutely slap. They are the arcade horde shooter. There's missions in them previously where you get to be right in what is basically a Gundam having a fist fight with Godzilla.
I love it. I'm in wherever this is.
Yeah,
It's not bad. I'm going to add that to my wish list.
I will pick that up because I absolutely adore the Earth Defense Force games.
Fair.
I'm one short of having every trailer prepped and ready. God damn it.
There's always one.
Jesus, Seth. God damn.
And the last one for this month, which I probably won't play, but I will definitely watch some people play, Frostpunk 2.
I still have not beaten the first Frostpunk. It has kicked my ass so many times, but I
don't know,
still go back for
just
more.
Don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, but I have watched some people play it, and I've heard some people do like story breakdowns on it. It's really cool. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I will probably watch and consume a lot of media related to Frostpunk 2, though.
I'd love to be really good at these micromanagement games, but I am not.
No.
Yeah, my brain
They're
doesn't
the kind of game
let
I
me.
look at it and go, oh, that looks so good. I'd love to be able to look at it and be able to track it. And as soon as I go into the game, my brain goes, no. You're not going to be able to track a thing in this. Just plonk it down and see how it goes.
Yeah. But it looks good. I like
Yeah.
it.
It
If you
looks
like the
like a
first
much
Frostpunk.
prettier version of the last one, which,
Yeah, if you're into
apparently
Frostpunk,
quite good.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
yeah, pretty much. So,
Enjoy.
that's it. That's all the games I thought were interesting for July. It was kind of a mostly indie list because the big guys just ain't releasing shit right now.
Yeah, they're waiting till the end of financial year passes by, I guess.
And the usual thing in the States with releases over spring break, they seem to assume no one's going to stay home.
Yeah.
I assume that's because of the spring break culture and the fact that Americans send their kids to camp for like months at a time.
I mean, their holidays are much longer because they have like one really big holiday, and then it's like a week off between for the rest of them.
Whereas we've got like a month every 4 and then the Christmas break.
God, I miss that. Now I have to work the entire year. It's bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
And you get irrationally annoyed at kids being on their break.
Look, that's currently happening, and it's not just us complaining. Every cafe owner I know is like, fucking kids, man.
It's also just children.
Yeah.
Just children is enough.
Right? Hold it up because this is getting more podcasty than this show. But yes. Oh
Yeah.
man, we are absolutely in squirrel mode today.
We are.
That's your lot for the month. Hope you found something interesting in there. I'm probably going to check out one or two of those free-to-plays just to see what happens with them.
Yeah.
They look nice, and if I don't like it, uninstall and stop caring.
I'll use you as the test bed there. If it turns out to be malware, I'll be safe.
Yeah, I'm a Linux install away from not dealing with that.
That is true.
Alright, y'all have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.